Hello, my friends. So, can you use high-level magnification on a drone? All right. So, my name is Anthony Bandiero, attorney and senior legal instructor for Blue to Gold Law Enforcement Training. Bringing the Roadside Chat. All right. So this one might be a little longer than typical, but let's get through it. This question the scenario comes from an officer in Indiana. So, our fire department has a very nice drone that has a laundry list of capabilities, including incredible zoom features, thermal imaging, etc. Now, we are aware that using the thermal imaging or the use of zoom to peer into the home would obviously be a search, and certainly it would be, right? That's Kylo, the Supreme Court case on Kylo with the thermal imaging, and the high-level zoom would just be a remnant of that kind of expectation of privacy. But what about using lens enhancement, zooming, to see something that could be seen from with the naked eye or by the drone without enhancement if flown over a public roadway? So, as an example, we recently had a target with a high-level felony warrant that was on court-ordered GPS supervision from a prior case. We established who his employer was and determined he had several vehicles and active registrations. We knew that the target would be traveling back to the employer's home in one of those vehicles from the job site. The vehicles normally are parked along a public alley, near a dead-end street, etc. So we don't want to tip him off, right? Or the employer. There's also a chain link fence that is observable from the alleyway and so forth. Can we use the drone's high-level zoom technology, right, to see him and to know that he's there so that we can serve this warrant? Okay, the answer is going to be yes. So, let's talk about the legal principles here. Now, we do not have a lot of cases on drones yet, but they are coming. You know, they say courts are around 10 years behind technology, right? So technology comes out, it takes about a decade. That's right, a decade to have a high level case that gives us direction about what the courts want us to do. But as a search and seizure instructor, as a Fourth Amendment expert, I have a pretty good idea where this is all going. Okay, so we certainly have older cases involving helicopters, airplanes, and so forth, right? All right. So when you take these older cases from the U.S. Supreme Court and circuit cases, we get a few principles in mind. Number one is that using high-tech equipment to view things in an open field or areas where there's no reasonable expectation of privacy is almost never an issue with these, with I don't think it's gonna be with a drone, right? Because the person just does not have a reasonable expectation of privacy, that something above is not looking at them, right? When you move that same person into backyards, into curtilage, the calculus changes. So when we apply that here, all these facts is that the person is, you know, in a public alleyway, dead-end street. These are all areas where the person generally does not have a reasonable expectation of privacy, whether it's a poll camera or a drone. I think constitutionally, we're in the same boat, right? Now, the officer also does talk about how, hey, look, we could have seen him if we were present on the street. Like, we could be there. But I don't think it's really going to matter. I think when you talk about those type of, you know, we could see the same thing. I like to use those examples in situations for looking into backyards and looking into people's windows. Like, if you could be on the sidewalk and see inside the house, then you have the person has a lesser expectation of privacy. But we are still talking about a place that's just not highly protected, and whether it's high-tech zooming and so forth, it's just not going to be a problem. In fact, even thermal imaging is not going to be usually a problem under these circumstances because it's not a home. It's open to the, you know, it's an area that's considered an open field constitutionally. So that's my answer. That's a great question, of course. And I do have a class on drones. I am making a class, an all-day class, actually, on technology searches. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be a really fun class, and I'll also offer that online for my peeps. And if you are interested in that class and you're like, oh man, I would love to know about, you know, just all the social media stuff and drones, of course, and poll cams, Let me know in the comments that you're interested in that class. So that motivates me to get that class out fast. But until then, hope this helps. Stay safe, guys. Like, subscribe, comment below. All right. Thanks.